I think many times as yogis, it's good for us to think of ourselves as craftsmen, because nowadays sometimes it's we say yoga is a science, yoga is an art, and there is perhaps some kind of science in yoga as it involves really a kind of research, and there is maybe an art in the sense that we are really also expressing ourselves. But I think that if we really look at it, it's a kind of craftsmanship, in the sense that we got from our tradition certain, if you like, forms, like headstand, like a certain forms of breathing, like a certain way of sitting, and we want to learn how to reproduce these forms in a very skillful way. And when we really can reproduce them, we reproduce ourselves as the form, right? So when we can really reproduce those forms in a very skillful way, they hold in them harmony and beauty and a kind of truth. And they're not exactly an art, because it's not like a creativity that we are creating something, so it can keep us a little bit more humble. It's not a science in the sense that we are not looking to prove that this is the truth and someone can reproduce it again and again in their own laboratory. Rather, we are working one day at a time, one day after another, to create in ourselves some kind of skill to be able to move wisely, to be able to breathe very intelligently, to be able to sit with a very wide listening mode. And this has been something that has been passed over one generation after another from teacher to student. And we can also think of each asana as a statue. It's an old statues. They've been reproduced generation after generation. Headstand, shoulder stand, bridge. And I think once we think of it as a craftsmanship, it takes hard work. It takes kind of a continuousness, that we are constant and we work, but we don't have to be terribly creative in order to succeed in this. We don't have to be geniuses. No, we can just be simple people who are craftsmen. And that kind of also brings into proportion our work as teachers, that we want to pass on the skill. We don't want to enlighten people, we don't want to teach them how to behave with their wives or husbands or children. We just want to teach them how to be wisely within their body and how to be able to look from a more wide stance. It kind of relaxes us a bit. Otherwise, we get too excited.